Welcome back, everybody, to the Smoking Room Podcast. I am your host, your lord, your lover, Dirty Wolf. And today we are joined by a very, very special guest. I am very excited to announce Will from Hopefull Cases. Everybody, put your claps and hearts in the chat. Welcome, Will. How are you today? And thank you so much for coming by. How's it going?
It's my absolute pleasure to be on the show. I'm very excited.
We're very excited to have you.
Just here.
Well, since you're just here, why don't you, I could give you an introduction about the man with the most beautiful mustache on Twitch, the most beautiful hair, one of the biggest cocks. But why don't you give the chat a little intro to yourself, tell them what you're all about, and why don't you also give us a little introduction to the Hopefull Cases organization?
Totally. So, Hopeful Cases started in 2017. So we were a collective of musicians who would play in the streets of New York and other big cities, LA, Chicago, Atlanta, with signs that read, if you're homeless or you need help, you can take as much money from the case as you want. We just like to play. So it started from an idea that there were musicians who needed audiences, there were people who needed help, and we would try to bridge that gap. So we've been doing it for about 4.5 years now, and it stayed pretty steady. When the pandemic hit, we could no longer play in the streets, so we tried to divert it to a internet kind of method, and it worked pretty well. So that's where we are now.
Hell yeah. Well, I appreciate your service. Oh my God, that's terrible. Sorry about that. And yeah, like I said, I told the chat before, it's a very humble and honorable thing you guys are doing. It's very dear to my heart here in the city we live in. We have a very big issue with. There's a lot of homeless. A lot of the fentanyl epidemic has hit us harder here than probably the COVID epidemic ever will. But it's something that not a lot of people want to take the time out of their life to do, and you guys are doing it. So I applaud you there. Also, sorry, I should have said before, we just hopped right into it. Chat, welcome everybody from the chat. I'm Dirty Wolf. I apologize if this is your first time here. During the interviews, I might ignore you just a little bit, but I am reading all your messages. Just when I get right into the interview here, I'm fully focused on our man Will here. All right, so welcome. I do love you all. I appreciate you guys joining in and tuning in, especially everybody from Hopefull Cases chat here to support them. And yeah, so let's get into it. So yeah. Hopefull Cases charity, yeah, that's amazing there what you guys are doing, and like you said, you transferred it all onto the internet, and yeah. So what would you say has been maybe the biggest hurdle or difficulty with that so far, and how's that all playing out?
So what we will say the biggest hurdle is so before, when we were playing on the street, if there was a musician there with a sign out, help was available while he was there. When they were gone, the help stopped. Mm-hmm. With the current model we're running now, it's 24/7.
Okay.
So we get requests throughout the day, and we're expected to be able to give help throughout the day, which is different now because there's only so much a musician can do at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's So we try to strike a balance between hitting those who need and those who are willing to donate. But that's been our biggest hurdle during the pandemic, is striking a balance with those who are willing to give and those who need the help.
Okay. And so you said you started it about 4 years ago. Why don't we kind of dive into that a little bit? Why don't we talk about how it started? You know, maybe some of your inspirations and experiences that led to the start of this, and yeah, take us down the rabbit hole a little bit, would you, Will?
Totally. So I'm allowed to share this story now.
Okay.
So it was about 2017, and I got a surprise email from Sigourney Weaver's assistant.
Wow.
And they said, "Hey, listen up, bro. Alan Rickman died a year ago. We're trying to do a memorial service for him. How would you feel about playing that memorial service?" And I said, "For sure."
Yeah.
I said, "For sure. Of course I will." So I told everyone. And not in like a cool way. I was like, "Hey, listen up, idiots! I'm #1 now. I've made it. You guys are dumb for ever doubting me." So I told everyone. I said, "I'm playing Alan Rickman's memorial service," and then they said, "Hey, how much should we pay you?" And I said, I didn't know because I was an idiot. I said $150. So they emailed me about an hour later and they said, "Yeah, that's not the right amount. Absolutely, we're not going to go with you or to go with someone else." So I was having one of those days where you've gotten your hopes up, where you have cast certain straws and they didn't pan out. And I'd had this idea bubbling for a while of hopeful cases. So it started with a New Year's resolution I had made. I said, anytime someone asks me for money, I'm gonna give it to them if I have it. But very quickly turned into $20 or $30 a day. So in that moment, I said, I don't want to give up on this, and I was so just beat down by this. So I said, you know what? I took a piece of cardboard off the wall. I was staying in my buddy's place. He had a poster up. I ripped the poster off the wall. I still need to pay him back. I still need to apologize. But I ripped his poster off the wall, and on the back of it I wrote, "If you're homeless or you need help, you can take as much money off the case as you want." And I went down to the 42nd Street ACE Uptown train in New York City, and I played a set. And I didn't know what would happen, but people put money into my case and people took money out of the case. And at the end of it all, we struck zero, and I said, you know what, this feels good. I'm going to keep doing this. And it's been about 4.5 years since then. And it's changed and it's grown. But the same message is there. We have musicians who want to play, and we have people who need help.
Yeah.
And those two together, I think we've had a certain type of synergy. And I'm cool with where we are right now.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So you kind of started this solo with other people joining on board afterwards. It's kind of.
Yes, sir.
Okay, right on.
Yeah, so it just started off with just me and my lonely single self, and then it got to a point. Where I was I had someone tag me in a message once on Twitter, and I said, "Oh shit, cool." I opened it, and it was someone I'd never talked to, someone I'd never seen, who was singing in the New York City subways with a sign that said, "If you're homeless or need help, you can take as much money from this case as you want." And that really hit me hard, that I should probably keep doing this. And since then, yeah, it's been the primary focus of my musical life.
That's awesome, man. That's honestly truly amazing. And chat, if you need something to take some inspiration of, right there, because we have a saying in my stream: always pay it forward. Don't sometimes you got to be selfish for yourself, for sure, in life. You don't want to set yourself back too much, but you always got to remember who helped you out and to pay it forward. And not even just the people that helped you out, that somebody helped you out, and that you could help somebody else out, right? So I love that message that you're sending, and you actually had a tweet there the other day that I retweeted. I liked it a lot, telling everybody, it's April, everybody's doing their spring cleaning. Instead of throwing everything away, take what you can to donate, to a shelter or somebody that's in need, because something that might be trash to you might be, a treasure to somebody else, or at least useful in the very slightest. So yeah, man, that's honestly awesome. Big applause for that. Yeah, so let's get into actually, while we're on that, I usually take questions from I let my Discord ask a few questions, and we usually do them at the end of the show. But one of my viewers here, Clomp94, who's actually my brother, he always comes up with the good questions. He had a really good question that kind of goes with what we're talking about here, and he said, what are some of the easiest things to do / gestures that an average person can do to help make a homeless / disadvantaged person's day?
Absolutely.
And then he said specific things you could buy them, etc.
So the easiest thing you can do is to treat them like a neighbor, is to treat them like a human, treat them like a brother, like a sister, like a friend. So things that get overlooked, and it changes geographically.
Yeah.
I know for me on the East Coast, the best thing I can do is when I meet someone on the street is a bus pass, a subway card,
Mm.
a few dollars make a massive difference to someone's life when you sit and talk to them and find out what their primary issues
Yeah.
are the things I will say. But once again, I mean that changes state to state, area to area.
I think though you hit it pretty good there when you said just treating them as a neighbor and sitting down, because I think something that no matter where you are geographically, and mind you, there's going to be those 1 or 2% people that maybe you can't get this with, but I think just connecting with somebody on a human level is something that any of us you can offer freely, doesn't cost you any money, and it's like you said, right? Just treating somebody like a neighbor and like a human, that goes a long way. Sometimes people can open up and they just feel like somebody actually gave a shit for the day, and that sometimes is worth a lot more than some money can buy, right?
Yeah, so I'll hit it, and this will maybe resonate with some of the Canadian members. But so I'm a massive Trailer Park Boys fan.
Yep.
But when Jim Leahy died, if you guys remember that season, when Jim Leahy died, they had a little memorial service at the end of that season, and they referenced some of these lines he had said off camera. Because he was a very, if you know his character, he was, in his interpersonal life, was very different from that.
Yep.
But he has a great line he says, where he says, when you're dead, you're dead. But you're not so dead if you contributed something. He said, the greatest currency in this life, living or dead, is gratitude.
Mm.
And as goofy as it is to kind of hold tight to Jim Leahy, that's been a quote that I've carried with me my whole life. Y'all are gonna die. Y'all are gonna 100% die, and y'all are gonna 100% be forgotten. So you might as well, in this very limited time, do actions that are a net good.
Mm.
When you see someone who needs, you might as well just do it. Just give. Why would you not? We're all so unhappy. I mean, I don't want to speak for you, but I'll speak for me. I'm just dramatically unhappy. I feel like most of us are in this year of 2021. So you might as well do as much as you can for those around you.
Yeah.
Because you're going to die and you're going to be 100% forgotten about. But what won't be forgotten about
Is your deeds.
What will not be forgotten is the deeds you've done. You will be judged by the good that you've done, not the good that might have been. So you might as well just do good shit. It makes you feel good. No one has ever, in the history of the world, no one has ever said, you know what, I did this good thing for someone and it felt like shit. I hated it. They'll say, no, it felt good. So just do good shit for other people. It's so easy. Just do it. It feels phenomenal. And it's important to remember, we are all just massive pieces of shit. We all are. I am a huge, massive piece of shit. It's the year 2020. We're so incredibly egotistical, narcissistic, and self-centered in this year. So you might as well see what you can do for someone else.
Hey,
It's gonna feel good. Just do it. Don't be stupid. Just do it.
hey,
I
couldn't have said it better myself.
Enough, or is that a little too far?
No, I was gonna say I couldn't have said it better myself. I honestly agree. Hey, no worries. We're just getting started. Welcome to the show. But yeah, no, I couldn't have said it better myself. Your deeds are what's really gonna be remembered. And yeah, like you said, nobody ever does something nice and goes, man, that kind of sucks. Why did I help that person? No, even just something as simple as holding the fucking door for somebody. You feel that shit. So yeah, always be gracious, and that's just how I was raised. Treat others unto how you would want to. It doesn't matter who they are. Anybody in any place of the world can treat you like shit, and in the end we're all still below somebody, so you might as well just treat everybody, you know what I mean, with as much gratitude as you can, because when somebody doesn't return that to you, a lot of times you're gonna be pissed off when that person lets the door slam in your face. So just give back. I like that. Let's talk about actually while we're there, so in your 4 years of doing this, I'm sure you've seen and experienced a lot. I don't know if that's something we want to go too deep into the lows on, but I'd like to hear maybe some of what was like one of the highest points or one of the most surreal moments that you had during your time with Hopeful Cases.
Cool. Yeah, man. So I'll give you a high and a low.
Okay.
If that's all right.
Yep.
So one of the highest points actually did not happen until this year. So the difference is when we were on the street, people would take money and...
Sorry, can I get you to just talk a little closer to the mic?
Oh, for sure.
Sorry.
So when we were on the street,
Much better.
People would take money, and maybe we would see them again, maybe not. That was the nature of the street.
Mm-hmm.
But now that since the pandemic, we've kind of struck a solely digital forum. So now we have the means to stay in contact with people. So we had a guy who will remain unnamed, but we had a guy who, we try to wean people off if they're asking too often. If we have the help, we like to give it, but every now and then we need to say, meh, we got other people who need help.
Yeah.
But so we had a guy who was like, it was like August 30th, he needed help. September 1st, he needed help. And then September 7th, and we said, okay, we'd always give him help. Around November, December, he messaged us and said, hey, man, what's the best way for me to give a big donation? And we said our standard, which was, hey, keep it, move forward. We want you to keep growing. And he said, no, dude, I'm doing fine. I'd like to donate $700 or $800. How can I do that? And it was stuff like that. Someone who went so quickly from asking to wanting to give back. And that is, I think, the color of the group that takes is the same as the group that wants to give.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll say on the streets, there was a moment, and I suck. I'm a real cold prick. But there was a day, I was playing on the street. This is right pre-pandemic. And someone came up to me and they saw the sign. And, they looked at it. They didn't say anything. They came up. They took a handful of cash. They walked away. And I said, yeah, that's what we're all about. They came back a few minutes later. And this was someone who was in the worst case I'd ever seen a human in. They had big open sores on their legs. They had diabetes, clearly, and they hadn't been able to get insulin. Their clothes were like old school, like Victorian rags. Like if you were playing a video game and they had a homeless person, this guy would have been what you would have, clothes and rags, sores, the smell. One of the worst states I've ever seen a human in. So he came up and he took some cash and he walked away. Of course. He came back a few minutes later and he put 2 Gatorades down by my feet and he said, hey man, you look thirsty. And he walked away. And this was someone who had nothing. He took a handful of cash out of the case, and with that, he said, I see a need that needs to be rectified or needs to be corrected, and I'm going to act on that. And I'm like a total prick. I'm a total prick. But that was, I think, the first time I ever got a little bit choked up.
Yeah.
Was seeing someone do something like that. Yeah,
it's honestly amazing. I haven't gone into it too into depth in my stream yet, but I've been in some low points in life, and I've been down, and I've been in some groups and stuff like that. And sometimes some of the people that you meet down there, they got a lot more heart and a lot more. It's just you're more amazed and surprised by some of the things that they'll do than some of the people that are got it together or think they got it together. The human condition, we'll call it, is just amazing in itself. People will always surprise you. You know what I mean? Just when you think that you can't be surprised anymore, somebody will surprise you with something, and it can be really beautiful. Yeah, man, that's
100%.
That's I can't even imagine, the hours and stuff that you've spent out there, some of the stuff that you've seen, and the experiences that you've dealt with that. And again, I in the chat, everybody, you should applaud this man because it's a true service. Also, I spammed all of the links in the chat. We're gonna spam them later, guys. Make sure to follow Hopeful Cases here on everything, including the website is there if you would like to go and if you've got a little extra to give back and help somebody in need. Yeah, no, that honestly, that's great. So one of my questions was what brought you to Twitch, but I think we kind of figured that out, the pandemic and stuff like that. But I do want to talk a little bit about, you've been streaming on Twitch, you've been doing it digitally, but you guys have also been streaming, you've been streaming yourself on Reddit as well. So there's a lot of people actually from my chat that didn't even know that was a thing. I learned it was a thing kind of around the same time that I found you on the show. And yeah, I don't know. Did you want to tell us? Okay, here, let me pose the question better. How has your experience on Twitch been so far? And then tell us a little bit about your streaming on Reddit as well. And what do you like between the two of them? What do you prefer, and what are the things that you like and dislike?
Totally. So Twitch has been wonderful. Twitch is nice because it's a group of people who are aware of what's going on. They're in for the fun, Yeah. I'm sure you know the same. So we get really weird. So on our Twitch page, it's a little different. Every day on Twitch, we say, "Hey guys, what do you want to write today?" And they say X, Y, and Z, and we improv a song in an hour based on what they want, and it's all family, it's all fun. So Reddit's really just a gorgeous, gorgeous blessing that I love. Reddit is fucking toxic as hell.
Oh.
So I'll talk about it. So Reddit's great. Reddit's great because it gives us an ability to deal with more people. We reach more people, and we reach more people in need, and that's our end goal. But Reddit's just, Reddit, they're weird.
Yeah, I know very little about Reddit, to be honest. I stay off of it, and because that why.
So like Reddit was cool. Like Reddit loved me.
Yeah.
Reddit loved me until I started to get even a little bit popular, and then they just hated me. So Reddit's just weird and gross. But then they'll be like, I'll do my thing, and I play all my instruments, I make fun. And I really try to be chill. I try to be really chill.
Oh yeah, no, I love your streams.
And then Reddit will just come on. They'll be like, so like it'll get to the point. So like every time I get a big part of my Reddit show now has been the roasting of trolls. Because trolls can't hurt me.
Yeah.
Because I hate me way more than they hate me. So it doesn't do anything. So like a big thing on my show is trolls will be like, "Fuck you," and I'll be like, "Cool, let's talk about this for a while." But it's so at the same time, but then every now and then I'll get a message on Reddit. They'll be like, "Hey, Will," and I'll be like, "Yeah, dude." Like this, I type up on my face. I'll be like, "Yeah, dude," and I'll be like, "Hey, I just want to let you know you should kill yourself." So I was trying to be like a millennial and be cool. I'll be like, "Hey, man, I understand it's hard out there right now, and there's a lot of different geopolitical stuff going on." And I'll be like, "So I just want to let you know, man, I get it's hard, and I'm here if you want to talk." And they'll be like, no, cool. I get that. Kill yourself, though. So, like, it's a lot of that on Reddit. Reddit's been largely really negative, but also really positive, so it's hard to say. Reddit's a weird chimera.
Like, the views there are kind of crazy, though, right?
It's crazy. So, like, I'll get, like, 180,000 views. So, like, our average is, like, 120, 130,000 views in an hour.
Which on Twitch, that's, like, you're, like, XQC to hit that.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
That's fucking insane.
You're making millions. So, it's, like, it's weird. Like, on Reddit, we reach so many people, and we get to help so many people. And, like...
which is great.
As narcissistic as I am, and I'd love to think that everyone's here because I'm the funniest human ever, the real reason we do this, and I do this, is to help. So, if we can reach more people and help more people, we're game. But at the same time, it's like Reddit is really hot and cold. If they love you, they love you. But if they dislike you, they dislike you. And I've been in a weird position where I'm really singularly kind of like fighting through this. So it's like Reddit hates me and loves me as opposed to some other cats, it's pretty binary. They love them or they hate them.
Yeah.
So I'm in a weird place. It's just weird. Reddit really kind of sucks.
That's
But
why
I love it. You know, it's like those are my people.
Yeah.
They suck. Oh my god, they suck.
Well, that's where I've been like failing with all my promoting and stuff. Like I try to do Twitter, I try to do this and that, but I don't do anything with Reddit, which I know you're supposed to like post clips and shit there. And a lot of people like that I've watched, like Gus Johnson, that's how they all blew up. But it's just like, yeah, I can deal with like, I get trolls. I've had people come in the chat and same thing. Like I had this guy, I think he keeps making accounts because they say the same thing. He'll come in, he'll go, haha. And his next message will go, you ruined my life. And then he'll go, I'm going to cut your head off. And I'm like, okay, bye now, which no big deal, right? Like
you get that.
But,
I mean, it happens. But at the same time, you know, at the same time, there are some phenomenal artists right now. And we really are in, I think, the gold rush days. There's some, so like, Justin Carter Music. He's Justin Carter Music on Twitch.
yeah.
Astrovert on Reddit. But Justin Carter Music on Twitch, you know, he's a guy. He has phenomenal handle on the guitar. He plays guitar. But you get these guys like this who are just so remarkably positive.
Yeah.
And they're riding this weird, very turbulent wave of this. And it is new. It's, you know, it's largely pandemic responsive.
Mm-hmm.
It's new, but you do get these people who are handling it phenomenally. And that's one that I always watch. And he always makes me go, this is a guy who is handling this perfectly. This sounds like a sponsorship.
No.
But there are some cats. There are some I go like, ugh, get out of here.
Yeah.
But like you do get these cats. So like you get a guy like Justin Carter Music on Twitch, or he's Astrovert on Reddit. And this is a guy who's getting hundreds of thousands of viewers daily. But because he's a guy, because he doesn't play the game, there's a certain level of hate that comes with that.
Yeah.
And that's very new, and that's very specific to the website that is Reddit, which loves to be iconoclast. They love to be different, but they're the same. They're the general populace, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's definitely a different vibe over there for sure. But at least like the one that I watched you on, though, it seemed mostly positive, so that's good. But yeah, I know the views over there are crazy. It's too bad like there wasn't a way you could like monetize that for like the charity and stuff like that, right? But it's not like Twitch and YouTube, I guess, right? So it's there.
Yeah,
I think streaming on Reddit itself is still fairly new, isn't it?
Yeah. So our parents fairly new. They're absolutely still working out the kinks.
Yeah.
And I think what makes it so much, makes it so engaging and so fun is that it still has this certain kind of Wild West mentality.
Yeah, it does.
So it's like, of course, every now and then you'll get a streamer like, you know, there was Sonny in the Black Pack, in the Black Pack. I'm sure you've seen. They were blowing up this really fun, kind of bar band mentality. They were blowing up every day, and of course they would be at the top. But then again, someone would be like, "Hey, here is me doing macrame." And that could also reach 100,000, 200,000 people.
Yeah.
And that's really what made it very fun. So it really is, it's a tightrope walk. And we're definitely over. I've been joking with my people, but I'm like, guys, the honeymoon is over for us. They are done with us. We are not fun anymore. So we've been trying to come up with new fun ways to stay engaged, because there is an end goal for us, for Hopeful Cases. And that end goal is helping as many people as we can and reaching as many people as we can.
Okay, so yeah, I guess that's a good segue into like my next question was basically what's the next step post pandemic for Hopeful Cases? You guys going to go back on the streets? You also going to be still carrying on online, doing a bit of both? What's that look like for you?
So our big goals right now is getting, 501c3 status is a big thing, because, when we were on the street pre this, it didn't really matter. The amount of money coming in and out every day was negligible. But now that we're steady, our big goal is, I will be back in New York City in the first week of May. We'll have a big laundry list of people who are ready to be on the street. So the streams will turn into more on the street streams.
Okay.
I will be behind the camera, filming other musicians playing, which will be really exciting. But our big goal right now is striking a balance between, as always, money in and money out. But the main goal for us always, and if you'll let me hijack for a second,
Yeah.
our main goal is always reaching people who need help. So I will always say right now, if you're watching this right now, and for some weird series of events, you know someone who needs help, or you've heard of someone who needs help, or through the grapevine, you're aware of someone who needs help, send them to us. Because we have the means and we want to. That's the reason we do this. If we can't get as many new people to give help to as possible, it's bullshit. It's nothing. We want to help as many people as we can. And, we've really reached almost kind of titration with Reddit. The new people have slowed down. So we always want, if you know people who need help, whether that's someone you see on your commute, if it's someone you see when you're driving to the corner store to get Cheetos, whatever, tell them about us. Say Hopeful Cases. If you need help, they can help you. That's our big thing right now, is reaching as many people to give as we can. Of course, if you want to give to us, that's great. But the main thing, as always, is if you need help, it sucks to ask in 2020. It sucks in 2021. I can't believe it. It's the worst. But we want to make it kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like, hey, do you want help? Oh, cool, dude. We got you, bro. Kind of like that, you know? So that's kind of been our big topsy-turvy struggle with the Reddit, is that balance between, of course, growing the cause, of course, growing awareness. We all love likes. We all love upvotes and numbers. But the main goal here is reaching people who need help and being able to get it to them.
Exactly. Yep. That's guys, you heard it here. I'll spam the links again too. The link for the the website and everywhere where to reach this man, the Reddit, everything is right there, including actually your new album, which we're gonna get to here in a minute.
Wait. I do gotta tell though, and I've been doing this because it's the new thing.
Yep.
The album goes entirely to me. The album is for old Will.
Hey, yeah, you gotta.
So if you do like the album, you should check it out. It's a lot of funny. Every song was recorded in an hour, but the album is for the Will Boyajian Fund of not giving a shit. So, of course, you would always say, if you want to give money somewhere, give it to Hopeful Cases. We'll do good shit with it. But if you want some fun ass music,
if you want Will to eat,
get if you want to check out the album, you can. But please, always Hopeful Cases first. The album's all second. I'm doing chill. I don't know if you can tell, but I don't know if you can tell by this jacket. I got Hostess outlines on my jacket.
There you go.
Yeah.
But no, beautiful message, my dude. Honestly, like I said, I applaud what you're doing. It hits close to home for me for sure. And guys, chat, anybody out there that watches this, if it goes up on YouTube later, hey, check the links. I'll have all the links in the description on the YouTube, so you guys will know where to find them, where to go. And thank you guys also for all the follows and stuff as well. So yeah, actually, you want to talk about? Well, I guess you just talked about the album, but yeah, this is what album number is this for you?
So this is the third album. We do one album. I do one album a month. So what's fun about the album, if you guys want to check out the Twitch, every day we write a brand new song and record a brand new song in approximately an hour, improvised on the spot. So like I think the last one we did was a rock opera about a Thatcher falling in love with like a count. Oh no, I lied. The last song we did on Friday was a rockabilly song about sending nudes over Snapchat, which we've all done. So let's not act like we haven't. Yeah, so it's basically someone will be like, "Hey, can you write a reggae song about getting diarrhea?" And I'll be like, "Yeah."
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah, so the fun and the big, if you ever snoop into the Hopeful Cases Twitch, we do those songs live and improvise in an hour. So if you want to check them out, yeah, do it. If not,
No, guys, make sure you go follow, because I'm telling you, especially, see, that's my, the only problem is when I'm working, I miss you a lot during the day, but right now I'm off because of the pandemic. I've been getting to see your day shows when you do that, and it's a hell of a lot of fun, and the chat's very fun and chill, so everybody, hey, go on there, hit a follow, go in, show some love, be respectful, and enjoy the show.
You don't even gotta be respectful. You can be asshole. I'll deal with you.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, so on Twitch, let's say, well, actually, no, before we get to that, with the album and everything, so did you, other than, like with the Hopeful Cases on the street and stuff, have you done many, live, like stage performances, like gigs, like bars or anything like that, shows like that in the past?
So it's weird. So pre-pandemic, I was working full time as a writer, producer, and as an actor.
Oh.
So so I did, and you guys will hear it if you've ever seen the shows. I did 3 years doing a rockabilly show. That's why I do so much rockabilly. But
love the stand-up bass.
Yeah, it's a stand-up bass, which is a very new instrument for me. But most of 2019, I was writing and developing shows for commercial theater. And that is what really sparked this love of mine of being fast.
Mm-hmm.
People would call me and they'd say, okay, Will, it's Tuesday. By Wednesday, we need a full framework of what's going to be a musical about whatever. It could be anything. So that's what really started this, like, yeah, I like to work fast. Like, I'm not a good worker at all, but I work, but I'm quick. I don't know a decent way to say that, but that's the closest way I can say it. So the streams really,
you can be quick and efficient,
No, I mean, I'm not. Like, you won't be satisfied, but it'll be fast. I think is important to remember. So the shows really came from, like, I loved the live element, and I felt like the live element was missing in a lot of this live streaming world. So that was kind of my goal, was to bring this live performance element of who knows what could happen into what seems like a very predictable, safe world of the streaming. So yeah, so basically every day I have no idea what's going to happen. I have no idea what's going to be recommended. After an hour 10, an hour 20, it's got to be done. So
yeah,
that's kind of how we roll.
Do you do like channel point rewards for, like, let's say, like, somebody does so many channel points to get switch instrument now or something like that?
We do. We got a few channel point rewards. We have so it's different because I'm such a mess. So what we do for channel point rewards, we have hydrate, which means I have to drink water.
Mm-hmm.
We have dehydrate, which means I have to drink alcohol.
Cheers.
And we have, what else? We have Cupcake Boy. We have Say Hi to Petey Shark, who is my pet shark in a jar. So for a few thousand points, you can say hi to Petey.
Oh, nice.
My shark in a jar.
Say hi, Petey, chat.
Yeah, say hi to Petey, chat. And the big thing we'll do is really popular is the roast. So I think if you've seen the Arpan show, you expect me to be really mean to roasters. To be really mean to trolls, but everyone on my Twitch is so nice, so they're like, roast me, and I have to go like, you're really nice, but fuck you. It's kind of like that. But no, everyone's very nice. It's a lovely, lovely, lovely community, and that comes from someone who's a true asshole. So it's a really lovely. It's lovelier than I would have expected.
Yeah, no, and you keep saying true asshole, but I don't know. That hasn't been my experience with you so far. You started this great charity. You started, you know what I mean? That's.
Dude, just wait.
I think we all have those moments. You know what I mean? We all have our days.
We all do, especially with the current, I think, geo kind of political climate.
Yeah.
We all feel a little shitty about ourselves. But
I barely fit into my suit after quarantine.
Yo, you are speaking to the fat choir.
I got to get all new shirts or get a gym membership, one or the other. Except for the gyms are closed here.
Still be sad. Oh yeah, you're in Canada.
Yeah, we just
it makes us feel a little bit good. We're like, for once, we're doing okay compared to
I know, right?
others who have education and health.
I know. Yeah, it's a shit show, but let's not even get into that. Let's get into what was I gonna say? So, when did you first start like practicing music? Like, how old were you, and what was your first instrument?
So I was around puberty, and I'll be honest with you, I was really bad at basketball. My parents really wanted a basketball player, and then they had this weird freak kid born. I was like 6'4" when I was 10. I was enormous. I was massive. They said this kid's gonna be an athlete, but I wasn't. I was a huge pussy. But I said, you know what? I hit puberty. I couldn't play basketball, so I learned the guitar. And it was mostly, I was playing guitar until I was out of college. And then out of college, I really had this big kind of revelation where I said, all of a sudden I wanted to learn mandolin, and I wanted to learn banjo, and then that turned into
That's
bass,
awesome.
and that turned into... So, I'll tell you the weirdest thing of it for me is like bass has become what I've been known for because it's so loud and it's so visible. But like, I've only been playing bass for like a year and a half, 2 years,
Well,
Like, I'm not good at bass.
well, I think that
Bassists hit me up and they're like, what are you doing, dude? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm just trying to stay afloat.
But I think it's because you come up with the stand-up, and not a lot of people see that, and they think, I think it doesn't even matter as long as you have just the monicum of skill, and you like you said, you were an actor, so you can make it look like you got the skill. As you're sitting there slapping that big bass, and people go, oh shit, yeah, let's go, right? Oh, I think your camera might have froze. I don't know why I said that like that. I must be buzzing already, chat.
I think I froze.
Oh, there you're good. You're back.
I'm back. I'm so sorry. I hope you did.
But I mean, I think it sounds pretty dope, and hey, you only get better by doing it, right? So
Yeah.
I know for me, like if somebody came out on the show with just a regular bass at first, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, if they start slapping it like Flea or whatever, you're gonna be blown away. But
Yeah, but you're
what-
kind of like,
yeah. It's
outta here.
stand-up bass, though. Before you even play, you know what I mean? As soon as you come out with that thing, you're like, oh, shit, he's going to slap that. Let's go. Fucking right.
yeah,
You know?
it's meme-y. It's meme-y, and I'm totally cool being a meme.
Yeah. Well, see, I don't even take it as a meme. I think it's fucking badass. That's what I tell people. If you can play a stand-up bass, you are a badass motherfucker.
Hey, thank you, man.
Like I said, we were talking about before we started the stream chat. I was asking him if he knew about a small town Canadian band called Troll, and this motherfucker, he played the stand-up bass. And he was just a short little guy, and he had a stand. He had the bass on a stand, so that he could stand on the bass while he was fucking playing it during the show. Just a crazy fucking bastard.
Dude, I learned, it's weirdly, I absolutely learned bass from a Canadian, man. I
That's
did
epic.
a show with this guy. He had a, I think it's Brian Templeton. He's Canadian. He had one gold tooth. He had a fucking gold tooth. He's like 2021. He had a
So, I mean,
gold tooth.
Gold tooth, stand-up bass, badass motherfucker.
Yeah, gold tooth, unlimited health care, Tim Hortons, and he was just slapping like crazy. And I saw that dude, I remember being like, for sure, dude. That's
Yeah.
gonna be me.
That's
One day.
badass.
Mhm.
So let's see. So you started, when you were young, puberty. So what has been your favorite instrument so far?
What hasn't been my favorite?
No, sorry. What has? Sorry, I'm stuttering already.
Yo, bass has always been my favorite instrument for a couple years now. Cause it's fun. It's so
Yeah.
fun, and people don't expect it, and it's so versatile. And I think people don't treat it as versatile.
Oh yeah.
I love the bass. I love the guitar, but it's very like I'm like a white guy from the suburbs playing guitar.
Hey,
You know?
just-
So it's like in the internet that's low. But I don't know, man. I know what I love the most is the variety. I love because that's like all I got. Like there's totally dudes who are much better guitarists and much better bass players, but like. My bread and butter is that I do a little bit of everything.
Yeah, like-
I'm like a real Chinese buffet.
What I really loved is for your sample to show my chat, I showed them your performance of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and in all the different styles of music, and when you did the pirate shanties with, I can't even say the name. What is it? A xylophone or what the fuck is that thing?
Oh, the concertina.
There we go. That.
man.
How many people do you see play the concertina? Like that's some badass shit.
Few.
Yeah.
It's a rare instrument. I stole that instrument. I still feel bad. I have to rectify that at one point. But
It's
yeah,
awesome though. It's badass.
That's always been, and I've been okay with that trade-off. It's I'm a real buffet musician, and I'm cool with that. It's 2020, and I am 100% cool with that.
Yeah, no, I think it works great. Like the show is great, right? Especially when you're able to do stuff like that, and it adds a variety that not a lot of other music streamers have, right? There's a few that do like I don't know if you've ever seen like Andy the Frenchie, like she does.
Yeah.
It's like just having a variety and switching stuff up. I think it makes the show a lot more interesting. If you stick to one style of music, don't get me wrong, you can always have just that niche person there, but with the variety, you're gonna get a bigger boiling pot of people.
Yeah, especially for me. I'm not cute enough. I'm not cute enough to.
Wow, I don't know. I'd have to disagree, and judging by your chat here, they have been cooming pretty hard, which you guys are welcome. This is a very coom welcome chat.
No,
but
we're coom welcome, Bubba. Like, so like there are some dudes that I see, and I go like, oh yeah, yeah, I would listen to them. And it has nothing to do with, so like I have to work a little bit harder. I gotta really be extra goofy.
I feel that, bro. Have you seen this hairline? Okay, it doesn't do me any favors.
God was drunk. He was like, yeah, that looks good.
No, what happens one time when I did that face paint when we were talking about, some of the paint like burnt the hair here, so now that's why I have that one patch always like missing.
That's dumb, dude. You shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
But I'm really proud that you did. Was that pre or post? Which Joker was that? Was that Joaquin? Your favorite Joker?
No, we did that one. That was the Joaquin one we did. I would say I like him and Heath both for different reasons. I think they both do it. And I've done like one that's closer to Heath before, but I never did that one, so we did it twice on stream.
You're not into Jared Leto, right?
Not really. I do think I will say, my chat chirped me for it, that at the end of the Snyder Cut Justice League, he was better. I'm not ranking him with Joaquin or Ledger by any chance, but he was much more improved from what he was in Suicide Squad. I'll give him that at least for the little spiel they gave him. But
he still kind of sucks. We're cool. We can say
that. In comparison to
we're not actors, but like fuck Jared Leto.
Yeah,
he kind of sucks. Yeah.
Well, when he was younger, like there's a couple movies where he's not bad, but then just lately
he's so good, but it's just the Joker.
Yeah.
He got so caught up. It's such a massive. It's a massive.
I think that Heath Ledger's performance still speaks for so much of itself, because when you count in how much time he actually is in that movie, there's not that much amount of time that he's actually in the movie, but he's still
like 18 minutes, right?
Yeah, but he impacts the whole thing so much that it's.
Do you know who he based his character off of? Do you know who he based that Joker off of?
Why don't you tell us, Will?
Well, I'm sure you do know, but if you guys have watched The Dark Knight Rises, go to YouTube, type in Tom Waits interview Australia. But Heath Ledger based that character off a very specific Tom Waits interview, and you'll see him walk out, and he is absolutely. You'll see Tom Waits walk out, and you'll go, "That's the Joker." He's absolutely like this weird, meta, angel-y devil character.
Yeah,
he's just messing with the interviewer. He's like lighting cigarettes with matches and putting them into his pocket and throwing ash on the ground and then swallowing a whole butt. It's crazy. Just watch it and comment back with the smoking room and let him know what you thought about it.
Yeah,
when you see it, you'll go, oh no, that's exactly what Heath Ledger based it on.
Yeah. I remember actually there's another guy we've had on the show here that I watched, a great streamer named Sebi Webs, and he was actually showing that on his stream. Yeah. You and him should actually do a collab with you guys are both improv actors like that. You guys could do some funny shit. He does improv rapping, so there you go. Freestyle rap, there you go.
I would dig that dearly.
So yeah, no, that's well, while we're on the topic of movies, we'll steer away from music for a minute. I'm just trying to see, do we got all the music ones? Well, actually, you know what? We'll go back to movies here in a minute, because we do have some classic smoking room questions. But Ace of Spades, Sebi thinks that ironically, though, Ace of Spades. You know that he's trolling hard. Who is your big? Oh man, I'm already stuttering. I apologize, Will. We drank a lot last night. Inspirations, your biggest inspirations in music that kind of got you started into music when you were young like that, and then from there, I'm gonna let you go into a double here. I want to know who is your biggest inspiration as far as like it, and maybe you're not that big into that, but just content creation as far as like Twitch and YouTube wise goes like that.
Cool. So I will say that my biggest inspiration musically will and always has been, I think Tom Waits is one of the greatest artists of the 20th and 21st century. I think after he dies, I think that's when he'll really have his time. But it's someone who has habitually and frequently pushed boundaries, has really explored what it is to make music, what it is to make commercial music. If you guys haven't gotten into Tom Waits, he is, I think, one of the greatest the world has produced. Content-wise, dude, I'm the worst to ask because I'm weird online. I feel like my regular mental space is here, but then my online space is here. Like a lot of times I'm like, yeah, no, totally. I'll watch the top 10 funny Family Guy references. For sure. So I really can't answer the streamers. I watch a lot of like old school RuneScape.
Yeah, well, no, there's nothing wrong with that. I got some old school RuneScapers in my chat, so I don't know if they're here today. But
if you guys are just curious, today I went PvP for the first time ever, and I lost full split back armor, nightmare staff, and I lost an amulet of fury. My first time PvP. I wasn't ready. That might not mean anything to them, but I got absolutely rocked. But no, I mean I don't watch too much. I don't watch as much as I should.
Yeah, well, everybody's different in different spaces.
I love these interview shows, man. I love the kind of stuff you do.
Oh, I appreciate that.
I just did one last week with Ross Palmer. I love that there are people who are taking what was previously an entirely commercial genre, which was this kind of interview show, and guys like you are making it pedestrian and making it accessible. And I think that's a great service. Albeit, kind of academically and intellectually, I think it's a great service nationally into the kind of the zeitgeist where we are right now. I think the work you're doing right now and the work other guys like you are doing right now is really important. I think we'll look back on this and go like, and I'm not trying to butter your biscuit, but I
appreciate it though.
We'll look back and go like, wow, there was a generation of people who were doing really honest, really pure journalism. I dig it. I dig it, dude.
Well, it's kind of like we said last week on the interview with Mayor Wirtz. I said my whole thing is that there's a lot of guys that they're on some radars or they're below radars or they're there's some guys that aren't just getting enough exposure, in my opinion. They're an excellent talent. They're providing an excellent service. These people need to be seen more, and even though I might not have the widest audience to spread it to at the moment, I still like to try to do my part with it as I can. And also for me, honestly, I just find it interesting and educational to just pick the brains of other creative people, like-minded people. That's the funnest part for me. I love just talking. That's why I started this shit. And I love listening to other people talk, especially when it comes to music or content creation or anything in this atmosphere, or even like outside of it, just like with your music career and stuff like that. I've always just found all that's just the music industry and everything like that, like super interesting, right? And just musicians and their experiences, right? Like I grew up reading a lot of like the autobiographies or whatever for Kurt Cobain, all that shit, and all these guys. Yeah. Just they're always like people that have like an interesting life, right? So it's just I don't know.
Well, you're very generous, but again, I thank you, me personally. I think this type of work you're doing right now is very important, and it's a ton of blast. Can I also ask you a pretty unprofessional question? Can I ask you right now?
Yeah, go for it.
If I were to take 30 seconds right now and go to the bathroom,
No, rock on.
how would you feel about that?
Go for that.
We're gonna have to. So I'm gonna leave you with a topic to talk about. 'Cause I don't
Okay.
wanna leave you, but I'm gonna go to the bathroom really quick. But burritos, wraps, there's a difference. Where is that difference? I'll be back in less than 20 seconds. I swear to God. But I'll let you guys talk about that.
Okay, burritos or wraps, chat. Well, I think that's kind of an easy difference, isn't it? One just has beans. Oh, his base fell over. No, the base. Wash your hands. And also, chat, thanks everybody for the follows. Thank you everybody that tuning in. Thank you everybody from Will's chat coming over to support him. Everybody from my chat as well. All the links are there. Guys, make sure to go support. Everybody, instead of donating anything to me tonight, or instead of any subs at all, unless they're Twitch Primes, because I mean they're free. Everything like that though, instead of me, chat, go to that website that you see, hopefulcases.org, and send it there, please. All right, to help somebody that really needs it. Okay, don't anything from tonight, please. Just go there, okay? Because I wanted to take the stream over there, but you know we're kind of laid off for a while here, so we're taking it easy. But shit, that's hard. I love burritos wraps. I think the difference, chat, is the beans. Dirty Wolf, tell him to stop being mad at me. I'm indifferent here. This isn't a political stream, all right? I'm sorry. I appreciate you tuning in though, kittens and rainbows. But yeah, I think it's the beans. Mayo in burrito? No. What? Nobody puts mayo. What?
How'd I do? Was that like 20 seconds?
I actually didn't time it. We kind of got lost in the conversation there.
Between burritos and wraps.
I think it's just the beans, but the chat is saying...
I found no answer here, difference between, but I'll have you guys know I'm relieved and I'm ready for part 2.
Well, somebody's...
I apologize for leaving.
No, you're fine, dude, no worries. Sometimes I'm the one that has to do that, and I make the guest talk to the chat, so...
It's so hard, because it's like...
Oh, I usually just...
Flatter, small, you know?
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't bother me because it gives me, especially with like a time like this, like it gives me time to like thank people for like follows and stuff while we're talking, right? Because I tend to ignore the chat a little bit while we're talking, because it's too much to try and like talk to like both at the same time. I'd rather focus, get the actual show and interview on. So where were we there? We're on inspirations and music. So,
sorry.
No, you're good. I was just making sure. I just want to make sure we didn't miss anything. We're getting close to where chat can ask a few questions. But first we have what we're going to do here, chat, is we have a few of our Smoking Room podcast signature questions. Now, please note, I didn't write any of these questions, actually. Even the good ones. I stole them from chat. Including the bad ones, okay? So, I mean, I apologize, chat, in advance, but yeah. And then after that, chat's going to be able to ask a couple questions, and then we're going to get into a little bit of music, and then I'll have taken up enough of Will's time, and yeah.
You got as long as you want, brother. I'm here for you.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Let's see it.
All right, so the first one is what is your 3 favorite bad movies? Now, I know this one's tough at first because I always like to say there's no such thing as a bad movie. Somebody likes it. But I'm talking like kind of like socially bad, or everyone's like everyone's like, nah, that movie's shit, but secretly inside you're like, but I love that fucking movie. You know what I mean?
No, for sure. That's easy for me. So movie number 1. You might not believe this, but the latest Broly Dragon Ball Z movie is a favorite.
Oh, no. I have to stop you there because that is not a bad movie. That is an excellent fucking movie.
Well, it's subjective. Talk to some people I know.
Oh,
okay,
really?
No, I'll toss it out.
No, it's okay.
So a objectively bad movie, you know.
I love that you like Dragon Ball.
Oh, I love it. I watched Krampus recently for the first time. And I know that's for sure, dude, for sure. I'm Super Saiyan God Vegeta. Why not?
I have a Super Saiyan tattoo.
Dude, I feel it, man. It's phenomenal. I saw Krampus for the first time. I loved it.
My chat loves that too.
Yeah, I saw Krampus, something very special to me. I love all the Dragon Ball movies. This is lame for me.
No way. They're great.
I'm trying to think what movies I watched that are really bad. See, because all the movies I really
Actually,
love
there
are
is a
probably-
couple of Dragon Ball movies that are stinkers.
No, yeah, there's the bad ones. Amelie, this is embarrassing to me, but Amelie is a huge guilty pleasure of mine. If you want to see a grown, hairy, gross man cry, Amelie is the one to watch.
Yeah.
So Krampus, Amelie, and what else do I love to watch? You know what? And I love Cabin in the Woods. I love it.
I like that one.
The first time I saw Cabin in the Woods, so I don't smoke too much anymore, but I did when I saw Cabin in the Woods. I went to college, and we got like a 9 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw this movie, and they said it's just a horror movie, and we were like, for sure. We'll get 9 out of 10 and watch this formulaic Hollywood horror movie, and it was the whole movie. The whole theater had our same idea. Everyone in the theater was like, "Yeah, this is a bullshit movie. We'll get high for it." And it was one of these beautiful moments I'll never forget because everyone collectively was like, "No, whoa. What?" Or yeah, everyone was like, "It was like." Do you guys remember the movie?
Yes, you should,
Cloverfield?
Algareth. Yes.
So I saw Cloverfield. First time I saw Cloverfield, which is one of my top 10 favorite movies of all time. I saw Cloverfield at at the theater at the AMC at 125th in New York City. So everyone in the theater was like, "Oh shit, I know where that is." Like something would get destroyed, they'd be like, "Fuck, that's my bodega. I know where that is."
Yeah.
And that's like one of those movies. And Cabin in the Woods had a similar thing. The whole theater was caught off guard, and that really is, I think, the magic of theater. Whether it's live theater, whether it's cinema, whether it's music, that was one of those moments I'll never forget for sure. But I mean, I think I'm not into the bad movies too much. I hate to say.
No. I'm the same. My picks are kind
Yeah.
of like similar to yours, right? Like, or I picked
They're-
like Warcraft.
Yeah, we got good taste.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
The finer taste for the finer things.
But I will say, I just got into Avatar. I never seen Avatar, and the love of my life showed me Avatar, and it was like a world changer for me. It's so good.
Yeah.
So I've been like really into Avatar.
I want to watch Legend of Korra because that one's supposed to be really good. The sequel.
It's good. It's good, especially for someone like me who has dated a lot of either pre or post lesbians. I saw Korra and I was like, that's the type of girl I would go for. And then by the end of the series, I was like, yeah, that's how it goes, Will. No, Korra's good too, man. They're both good. They're different. Korra's a millennial Avatar.
I gotta say though, for like Cabin in the Woods, especially for the stoner folks in the crowd, that movie is a magical experience the first time you watch it. The problem is, it's almost kind of like smoking crack because you'll never get it only happens once. It's the first time you watch it, so savor it because it's just so crazy. But definitely watch it. Get a 9 out of 10, like Will said here. I would say even just get an 11 out of 10. And
get 11 if you can do it.
Yeah.
It's 2021. It's a little harder than it was back in the day, but if you can get 11.
Wow, not here in Canada.
Not Canada. You guys are always a bit. I've always been a bit jealous of my neighbor to the north, for sure.
Well, don't be right now, I'll tell you that. So the next one would be best bad games. Top 3 best bad games.
Video games or like board games?
Video games. Are you much of a gamer? I know you said you played old school RuneScape, so.
Yo, I play old school RuneScape. I'm just back into it. I'm just back into old school RuneScape.
I saw you getting all excited about it on your stream the one day. Your stream was helping.
Wild. I'm so bad. So what's so weird is the last time I played old school RuneScape, I was a kid. I was like 14, and I remember being like, level 50? How is that even possible? But now I'm like a grown up and I have a credit card. Like if I want to buy bonds, I can buy bonds. I can like pay my way in. So I'm doing it now and I'm getting good. And I just went through a very rough, I just went through a very rough period in my life. And my answer to that was to dive deep into escapism kind of video games.
Yeah.
So like I like do RuneScape exclusively, and I was feeling good about myself. And then just today I was like, I'm gonna go see with the people. I was like, hey friends, do you guys want to fight a dragon? They're like, no, fuck you, I want to kill you. I play very few video games, but the ones I do play, I play aggressively. I play RuneScape, I play TF2, I'm an engineer main, Team Fortress 2, and I play World War II, the Call of Duty World War II. World at War, I think it's called. And
that's like the OG one for PS3.
Yeah, I just got called a piece of shit by 12-year-olds. But I still play it. I love it.
Yeah.
I want to be better at gaming than I am, but I'm just bad. My hands are bad.
Lurch Kitty City says Zelda. I feel that I'm getting old. For
I do. I play Breath of the Wild. I do play Breath of the Wild.
Hey, there we go.
I play Breath of the Wild. I'm big into Zelda, but I suck at gaming.
Zelda's my all-time favorite. I got the
sure, dude. You got
Triforce.
Yeah, dude, you got the real amiibos.
I only have 2. I only bought that one because in Breath of the Wild, but this one you can get like Fierce Deity Link from Majora's Mask. So I was like, I gotta have that. And then I got the wolf because it's Dirty Wolf, baby.
You know what? But I got the wolf too. It dies so quick.
Well, you know what the shitty thing is? They need to put out Twilight Princess on the Switch, because if they do that, you can get your Link with 18 hearts, or if you know somebody that has it on the Wii U, then you can put all those hearts on this wolf, so when you summon him in Breath of the Wild, he'll have max hearts as well. Then he's a fucking tank.
For sure, dude. For sure. But no, those are the games I like. I play, this is weird, I play a lot of Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. I love
classic.
Yeah, I play a lot of the classic NES. I play Zelda NES.
Nice.
Mike Tyson's, the early Mario Kart, River City, all those kind of like early.
On stream sometimes on Saturdays when I'm really drunk, late at night we do retro night, and I play like the old Marios or Super Nintendo Donkey Kong Country, shit like that.
There was something different about that. You know, it was like you had to put hours in.
Oh.
Yeah, there wasn't an easy pathway out.
Now there's motherfuckers speed run them in like fucking 2 minutes and shit.
Bananas.
Right? These Zoomer kids, I can't keep up with them. They're too fast. All right, so this one, before we get into the chat's weird questions, I actually did write today for you. What I want to know, since you're a musician and music is the basis of the conversation today, what is your guilty pleasure song or album that isn't in your usual style? But this one's going to be kind of tough because you got a lot of styles. You're very adaptable.
No, I can answer this so quick.
Easy. All right.
And you guys can quote me on this. My guilty pleasure right now is so if you go on YouTube and you type in Gypsy Tambourine My Little Pony, there's a song
I didn't mean to laugh that.
Yeah, there was a song that was like, I'm not a brony, I've never seen My Little Pony, but through my dealings on TikTok, there's a song called Gypsy Tambourine, which I know I shouldn't use the G word, but there's a song called Gypsy Tambourine, and they did a remix of it. Type in Gypsy Tambourine remix, and something about it. It's a phenomenal song. It's so well written. It was for a kid's show, whatever, but it's phenomenal, and I've been listening to it on repeat. That being said, I've been getting really into like Dio Rainbow.
Oh.
His band Rainbow.
Oh.
Phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
And I've been getting really into Norman and Nancy Blake. Kind of instrumental stuff.
I've missed a lot of concerts, like, because up in Canada, that's one thing we do get fucked on is concerts, and I missed a few of the really good ones that came our way. I missed Slipknot, I missed Godsmack and Metallica, which broke my heart. But the one thing that I always get to brag about is I got to see Black Sabbath, but with both. I got to see them as Heaven and Hell with Ronnie James Dio, and they played some of those. What's the one? Rainbows in the Dark, right? That was the song.
Yeah.
Just a rainbow. Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah. They played that. And then I got to see them come back as the original Black Sabbath with Ozzy Osbourne. So I got to see them both here on the stage, and it was both shows. And the one with Dio was actually That's my favorite show ever because it was Down starting, which I don't know. It's Philip Anselmo and Rex Brown from Pantera, and then the rest of the band is Corrosion of Conformity. So it's just hard metal, which Pantera. I grew up on that. That was my favorite.
But can they play Gypsy Tambourine from My Little Pony?
No, well, I mean maybe, but then it was Megadeth, and then Heaven and Hell. That was a fucking great fucking show. Sorry, I had to get a music boner there for a minute. Tambourine, Gypsy, My Little Pony chat. Quote him on that. Everybody from Will's chat. When I come back in there, when's your next stream? Monday or tomorrow? Or
yeah, it's Monday. It's so
I want to see you guys saying Gypsy Tambourine.
It's such a good song. I'm telling you, listen to it. It's so well written. I know that it wasn't a My Little Pony person. It was some burnt out composer in a studio. But it's so good. It really is. I can't find a single fault with the song. It's perfect.
They asked earlier, can you see chat? Are you looking at chat right now?
Nah.
Oh, okay. So the couple things that everybody
can. It'll take me 3 seconds if you guys.
Oh no, no worries. They were just cooming. But the one thing I wanted to just say. So earlier, as soon as you brought up old school RuneScape, Clomp, who's actually my brother in real life, went old school RuneScape. Now you're talking my language. And then when I asked you about the song, Brooks Bono said, "Toss a coin to your Witcher," but he won't admit it is. But Brooks Bono, that's a great fucking song. After I watched that show, I was unironically listening to that song consistently. I love it.
I know it 100%. I can play that. If I play music tonight, that's what I'll play.
Well, you should. Yeah, we're gonna get to that.
I don't do a good job at it, but I know it. I learned it for the memesters.
Hey, I'm sure my chat will love it because we're big fans of The Witcher here. At least I am. I'm a big fan of just Henry Cavill in general. He is a he's a big hunk of man, right, chat? Anyways, now on to the. There we go. To make it weird to start. All right. Actually, no, they only have one weird question this week. All right, Will, this is the big question. This is what we'll tell.
Get weird. Let's see it.
And then after that chat, you can ask a few questions, and we're going to get into some music. Would you rather have cock-sized nipples or a nipple-sized cock?
Yes. I would rather have cock-sized nipples, of course.
Amen, brother. Me too.
Of course, you could make money that way. You could forge a life.
Yeah, but a whole new niche.
Because so here's and I don't mean to harp on it. But if you have nipple-sized cock, there's gonna come a day where you're gonna be with a girl and you love her and she's great, she's wonderful, everything you could have ever hoped for another person to cling to on this spinning rock, and you're gonna go, hey, and she's gonna go,
push the button.
That's the size of a nipple. But end of the day, if you have cock-sized nipples, even if you're like me and it's only 2.5-inch nipples, you're gonna go. Someone's gonna go. You're in the top 1% of nipples, my friend. And I'm like, yeah, I know. So you might as well, like I'm a big believer. If you're gonna shit in a white room, you better shit big. So that's my answer to that really important question.
Yes.
That's my answer. Balance up, camera. There you are.
Thank you. Yes. No, that was that's the answer that I always like to hear. All right, chat. You guys now can spam the chat here with a couple questions before we get into the music portion of the show. And while they're doing that, Will, I don't know if you have any questions for me or for the chat, shoot away. I'm also going to spam the links again here. Chat, make sure to go follow Will on everything. And as well as if you want to just support the man himself and make sure he eats, the link for his new album is there. So go buy the new album. It's a lot of fun.
If you don't, you're dead to me.
And me. And your band from my chat.
No, I'm joking. Check it out. It's a lot of fun, and I've always said, if you want the album, send me a PM. I'll just give it to you for free if you want it. It's like not. It's fun. It's fun. I'd rather you giggle.
Yeah.
Than not giggle.
All right, chat. Come on, ask some questions away.
I'm an open book.
This is the thing that they do, though. I noticed a lot. They did this last week. At the beginning of the show, they spam a bunch of questions, and then when you go, guys, time for questions, it's like crickets.
Classic cowards.
so much fun. Okay.
I can see them
Now they're just talking about the album. Like, it's a lot of fun. When you move back to New York City, will you keep streaming? Just do street performances or some of both?
Sorry. I'm responding to your chat. Ask questions, you nerds. When I go back to the city, so I'll be back in the city the first week of May. I'll be primarily in the street, but we will still be doing streams. You won't see me as much. I will be behind the camera. I'll be filming some other musicians who have been dying to get their teeth wet. You'll see me a little bit, but I'm going to be trying to get a new place where I can still stream. That's going to be difficult because I have all of the neighbors who aren't cool farmers. So you'll see me not as much, but if the album does really well, you'll be able to see me a lot more. But right now you'll be seeing me a little bit, but you'll be getting some brand new musicians who I know, and they're phenomenal, and you'll like them way more. So get excited for that.
Brooks Bono says, "Is it bleat or beat?" I don't get it, but maybe you will.
It's bleat. I think in Toss a Coin to Your Witcher, I know it's bleat. I say beat, but it's he cannot be bleat is the correct lyric.
Okay.
Next question.
Clomp94 wants to know, do you read comics?
Yeah.
We're big on comics here on the stream. Once in a while, I do a comic show and tell with the Discord where I show my comics, and then they get to post theirs in the Discord, and I show them.
I don't really read comics, so not like cool comics.
I don't read a lot. I just buy old Spawn issues.
Yeah, I read like I read a lot of Shonen Jump back in the day, and I read Poopy Pants All Star from Mr. Poopy Butthole from Rick and Morty.
Oh, there you go.
But I don't read too much anymore. I did when I was in the city. I would go to Midtown Comics when I was depressed, which was daily. So I used to go and I'd go and buy random comics in the city, but I don't read too many comics. I don't want to try to front.
I don't read like that. Like I told chat that 3/4 of the ones that I bought I haven't even read yet. I appreciate art and like that's why I love music. That's why I have just a shitty unframed picture of sexy lady Spawn on my wall, because I just pictures and artwork. Yeah, it just draws me in, especially Spawn and shit like that.
There's something of the golden age of comics, that late 90s era was, there was something about owning this thing you could only get if you were there at the set time was really, really beautiful. And the internet, and what I will say is kudos, because there's a group of people who are painstakingly grabbing on to this.
Well, here in my city, we actually have, and you would actually probably like the sounds of this, is they have as like a charity thing once a year, not now, right now, obviously, because of the pandemic, but they do free comic book day. And all the comic book shops in the city, there's about 6 or 7 of them, they all band together, and there's a little tour you do, and you go, and they have a bunch of choices, and then even like the good issues are on sale, like dirt cheap, and they have games in the street and shit. It's fun time. So that's also why I have a pretty big collection, because I always hit that up with my little nephew, try to take him out and get him into it. Right?
That's dope. I love that.
It's a fun time for sure. People dressed up like stormtroopers in the middle of summer. You gotta love it, right?
I love it.
100%. Somebody asked. So actually, I want to continue off comics there quick. We don't have to go deep dive into comics, but like, who would be your favorite hero / anti-hero thing like that of them all? And secondly, have you watched Invincible? And if you haven't, you should.
I have not watched Invincible. You guys are gonna hate me for my answer here. One of my favorite heroes, I'd say, of movies that have come out. I think, and I hate him. I'll preface it by saying I think Will Smith is lame. But I thought Hitchcock was such a beautiful idea for a comic. And I loved that backstory. This idea of a superhero juxtaposed in the modern day, I thought was phenomenal.
I have to go back and watch that, because you're not the first person recently that brought that up and how great it was. And I was like, I watched it like years ago when I was pretty not in the probably best of headspace. So I gotta give that a rewatch.
I mean,
Because it's not that I didn't
wild.
dislike it then. I don't remember it enough. My memory's pretty bad.
It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. He's really, and I don't like him, but
I'm not a big fan anymore either.
Yeah, the premise is so good. No, but besides that, I mean, I'm more into the graphic side of things. I'll tell you what I just got into this year that blew my mind. This is a total kind of a departure. But Over the Garden Wall, if you guys haven't seen Over the Garden Wall,
no.
It's life-changing. It's unbelievable. It's perfect. It's one of the few perfect pieces of 21st century art I've seen. It's perfect. Tonight, after you watch this, after you like and subscribe and do all that and do bits, whatever, go watch Over the Garden Wall. It is it's flawless, and it's just perfect. It's just perfect. I can't rave about it enough.
Well, I already told them nobody's allowed to subscribe or donate tonight. They have to go to hopefulcases.org and give it to somebody who needs it. Okay?
That's very sweet. Well, after you do that, go watch Over the Garden Wall.
Yes. For me, like the only thing that probably hit me the most this year, which I actually watched it, like I just rewatched it again, and I only watched it a couple months ago, was probably, as crazy as it was like Queen's Gambit. I get really inspired by just interesting stories like that of people that are obsessed with being the best. And like another one for me that helps me like for inspiration is Whiplash. Have you ever watched Whiplash?
I watch Whiplash. I watch Whiplash like weekly.
Yes. No, that's not embarrassing.
It's a major motivator.
It's such, dude, people don't even know. So I'm going to give you 2 more Dirty Wolf recommendations then. Now, these ones are more anime though. One of them is The Boy and the Beast.
Okay.
That you will laugh and you will cry. And the other one, what's the other one that gets me big? Wait, no, I think we said it. I think that it was Whiplash. So yeah, Whiplash, The Boy and the Beast, and Queen's Gambit.
Did they do a comic of Whiplash? Maybe that's a dumb question.
I don't know. You'd be surprised. They do comics of like all sorts of shit.
It'd be so good.
Yeah. Whiplash is such an amazing story.
Dude,
if you haven't seen it, chat, you gotta see it.
I watch Whiplash like monthly, and then I go in my basement and I go like, I'm a piece of shit. I'm garbage. And then I forget about it, and I just go, jerk off and play RuneScape. But
one day you'll nail that solo, brother.
Yeah.
And J.K. Simmons will look at you, and he'll just, and that's.
He'll do that look he did.
Oh man, I fucking get emotional every time. I'm getting emotional talking.
J.K. Simmons in that movie is, it's a master class. He's so good.
Yeah. To jump back to the comic thing for a minute, he actually voices a guy in that Invincible show. So if you ever get the chance to watch that,
oh, for sure,
that's a good watch. To piggyback that off one more time, I did beg the chat for questions. Ace of Spades asked after the comic question, Daredevil or Nightwing? And then we're going to leave the comic stuff alone, guys.
Darkwing Duck.
Oh, there you go. Suck it, chat. Suck it. Adelie asks, Twinkies or Hostess cupcakes? Oh, I think we know the answer to that.
The fuck you think? Hostess cupcakes, 100%.
Brooks Bono says, Will, have you ever had a cougar mistress in a European country? Maybe I should read them in my head before out loud. Oh, okay, there we go. Perfect.
I was briefly engaged with a much older woman. I was 20 to 21 years old. She was in her mid to late 40s. She lived outside of London. So Kathy, if you're watching this, I remember.
Lurch Kitty City says, Will, when you make it back to the city, will you let me buy you a drink?
Yes.
Lurch says, okay, wait, hang on, let's go.
You can even buy me dinner.
Yeah, now, I thought there was more questions, but then there was a spam of them all going, yay, let's get trashed together.
Yeah, sure.
I think that they might have ran out of, after we started talking about movies, they just started agreeing and then referencing animes. So, I think, unless you have any more questions, my good sir.
That's it.
Why don't we play some music?
Music? For sure.
Yeah.
Just give me 10 seconds.
Not a problem. While Will's setting up chat, guys, remember, here's the links one more time. Please go follow this man on everything. He is so funny, so talented, and again, he's working towards just a beautiful, humble cause. It's dear to my heart. I know there's a lot of people in the chat that feel that as well. So please go at the very least, at least slap a follow and give all that. Actually, Will, can you hear me still?
Yeah, dude.
I have one more quick question I forgot about.
Yeah.
Where, when, and why the fuck isn't there a Hopeful Cases YouTube?
Because I hate YouTube so much, and it scares me. There's no other good answer. It scares me, and I'm growing, and we'll have one soon.
Okay, no, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. All right, my man. Hey, you take it away. Let us know what you're gonna play for us here.
So why don't you ask Chad?
Well, I think one they did want to do. One of them they did say, I think toss a coin to your Witcher would be good, and then I personally also would love to request something on the stand-up bass.
Totally. So here's what I'll do. I'll do toss a coin. I'll do one original, and I'll do a stand-up bass. How's that sound, everyone? Good?
Sounds good to me, man. Whatever you're comfortable with.
I've been in love with this song. So this is an original. This is pretty new. I guess it's not new anymore. I love this song. It's called Josephine.
All right, chat. If you guys want to dance along with the song, you can Wolf Jam, Cat Jam, or Pepe D in the chat.
I pray there'll come a day where you don't have to run away from here. You're too young to be on your own. Josephine, these men you love, I fear they're making a career on hurting you. Who let strangers in your home? They're the same who were hunting you. I did what you want me to. Got a gun, I shot it through. Your father and brother dear. Josephine, the very least a friend could do is stop your father hurting you another day. I know you'll be just fine. Josephine, please don't weep for the deed I've done. Weep because I'm on the run away from you. Your life's worth more than mine. 6 chambers in my gun. Of bullets I've only 3. With the first 2 I set you free. Last one is safe for me. They won't catch you here alive. Josephine, I hope that you find grace in another time and place away from here. Tonight I'll be doing fine. Josephine, please don't weep for the deed I've done. Weep because I'm on the run away from you. They won't catch me here alive.
Hearts in the chat. Chat, come on. Get that applause going. Listen to that. My man, Will. Hell yes. Fucking beautiful. That was an original by the man himself.
Everyone, it's kind of the end of the week, and as you guys know, by Friday I'm pretty torn. I'll do Witchers really quick. This is kind of a joke song I learned.
All right, here we go, chat. This is one of my favorites. Hell yes.
He looked up, but I'm gonna really act out.
Yes, please. Give us a taste of that improv.
He came after me, masterful deceit, broke down my lute, and he kicked in my teeth with the devil's horn, minced our tender meat, and cried the Witcher, he cannot be bleed. Toss a coin to your Witcher, O Valley of Plenty. Toss a coin to your Witcher, O Valley of Plenty. Yeah, that's dumb.
No, it's so good though.
Do.
Oh, I actually unironically like love that song though, even if chat
Well,
thinks it's a meme.
I'm glad it is a meme song. So what else? You wanted some bass now?
Yeah, you know what? Or I'll ask you this: are you comfortable with? You remember the routine we talked about before? Do you got something like that that can maybe showcase the chat a little bit of everything, all your skills there?
I don't remember what we were talking about before, but
When you did like the Fresh Prince thing.
Oh yeah. What do you guys want? Tell me something, and I'll do it on all the instruments. I'll go rapid fire.
All right, chat. There you go. Rapid fire on all the instruments. Unless you've got, in the meantime, just a stand-up bass song you want to play while they blast some stuff up.
That's boring because they know I know it. Give me something I don't know, and we'll see
All
what
right.
I can do with it.
MCR.
My
Home.
Chemical Romance.
Home again.
That's stupid. Shut up. Just give me a topic and I'll make up a song about it. How about that, guys? Give me
All right.
any
Hot Tub streams on Twitch. Hot Tub streams on Twitch. Hot Tub Meta.
tub.
There we go. Hot Tub Meta. Here we go, chat.
Hot tub streamers, we get that you are pretty. We don't like the content that you give. They just like your titty. I know why you're streaming every hour of the night. It's a bunch of virgin neckbeards, and you know what they like. I mean, they never touch a girl, so you owe the whole world. And I know if you give a man a erection prescription, you're gonna get a 2-month subscription from them. Living in the parents' basement like me. But be nice, virgin should be free. Titty streamers, they get single men into trouble. We all love a hot tub, but please take away them bubbles. And I mean, I know you're streaming, trying to make money as well. But it's a bunch of lonely neckbeards asking you, what's your ASL? So we can do it like that. And that's really easy. That's really easy. But you can also go like, well, I never had a girlfriend. My whole life I've been alone. But I've got myself a computer and Twitch up in my home. So I'll log on to see something new I've never seen before. And oh my god, log into Twitch. In a hot tub there is a... No. She's trying to make content, and she's wearing a bikini. And all of a sudden I get a funny feeling in my wetsuit between me. But it's not my fault. I mean, what do you like? Nothing comes between us. I mean, it's alright. So of course I'm gonna pay, cause this stream is legit. Ask my mom for a credit card so I can buy all those bits. Titty streamers.
Algorath, I don't know.
I can do recording, but I'm not.
Can you hear? Can you hear us? They
Now
said.
I can.
Okay.
I'm actually fine with the hot tub streamers.
No, yeah, same.
Yeah.
It doesn't honestly bother me, but I just think I think the memes are funny. My chat wants me to put a kiddie pool on the balcony and do a hot tub stream.
You should.
I'm thinking about it. It's just a little too cold here right now. Like some days it's hot, some days it's cold. It's weird. If you did want to do another one, Algorath had a great idea. A song about spending your money on Hot Pockets and lube.
Spending your money on Hot Pockets or lube?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Why is it cutting out, chat?
Well, I live alone, right in my parents' home. I mean, it ain't my fault, I'm 30 years old. And when I'm feeling bold, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I drive right to that convenience store. I get Hot Pockets and lube. And the lube is latex free. I mean, hey man, I know you know me. And the Hot Pockets, I get a pepperoni. And I got a couple of karma up already. So you gotta know that I am not no phony. I mean, it ain't my fault I never met a girl. Is being a virgin such a crime? And I promise I heat up a hot pocket for you. I mean, it's just my first time. The pandemic's been real hard. hot pockets, you know I'm jerking off. And guess what? I'm the best I've ever had. I'm the best I've ever had. I'm the best I've ever had. No girl can touch me like I do. I'm the best I've ever had. Best to leave alone and glad. I'm the best I've ever had. That's true. That's all right. That wasn't a great song. That's all right.
I would say that was a fucking excellent song. I would say that might be song of the fucking year. Are you kidding me?
Yo,
That's...
so this is like the end of the week. So the people who watch me know that by the end of the week, I'm out of ideas.
Oh, no worries.
That was okay. That was okay, right?
I thought it was fucking great. I thought it was hilarious. Yeah, no. Unless if you've got now, actually, you know what? If you do,
I got the time for you. Whatever you want.
You know what? I keep missing your piano skills, and one of the instruments that's always intrigued me and I thought was always so beautiful was the piano.
Yeah, dude, for sure. Just give me a few little seconds.
If it's too much of a hassle, don't worry about it.
Nothing's too much of a hassle.
Oh, you beautiful man. Here we go, chat. Isn't this great, chat? Spam some hearts and claps. They're all vibing. We got this emote called Wolf Jam, so they're just wolf jamming in the chat.
Oh, they're wolf jamming. That's cool. So check this. Check this. Ready? Preferences. What are you gonna do? I think that's no. Shut up, video.
Algarat says, "I like big butts on piano. It's his specialty."
It is my specialty.
Hey, all right. Let's lay it.
I want UVC camera. Where are you? Yeah, there you are. Hello, camera. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries, dude.
That's not in place. Hello, camera. Yeah, I can do big butts. Wow, that's really aggressive. That's the best I can do right now.
No worries, man. No worries. This is the Smoking Room podcast, not the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. If that was so, they'd be spamming Among Us penises right now.
Can you guys hear?
Now I can. Yep.
He wants big butts. I like big butts, cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny. When a girl walks in with that itty bitty waist, a round thing in her face, you get sprung. Wanna pull out your tongue, 'cause you notice that button stuck. My homeboys try to warn me, but that what she's got makes me so horny, you know? I'm long and I'm strong and I'm about to get the friction on. So fellas, does your girlfriend got the butt? Tell her shake that healthy butt. The baby's got back, the baby's got back. A baby's got back, the baby's got back. Baby's got back, and baby's got back. Baby's got back, baby's got back. Baby's got back. Isn't that fun?
That was fucking great, dude. Honestly, chat claps in the chat.
You guys are gonna end of the week.
Oh no, man! It's they're loving it. I'm loving it.
It's like when you go to 7-Eleven at 3 in the morning.
No, dude, they're all spamming wolf jams and hearts, and they were singing too. Baby got back. They're loving it. Yeah, I don't know, chat. If you guys got any more suggestions, or Will, if you got any more that you want to show us, go for it.
We'll let the chat say.
They're hearting and clapping right now.
Well, chat, you better come up with something, or I'm just gonna go look in the mirror.
Brooks Bono says Biggie song where he doesn't know where the party is but brings his gun.
I got you. I know what he wants.
Or Lurch Kitty says let's get stoned on the piano.
No, I know what he wants. I'll end with this. This is a lot of fun.
Okay.
Fun with it. So I know what he wants. So a lot of people ask me about my bass playing, which is a lie. No one does. No one asks me, but I'm gonna do this like it's a TikTok video anyway. No one asked me about my bass playing, but so this is like right here, a really classic bass lick, and somehow, some way, I keep talking about it every single day. This bass line fits every single verse of any music ever written. Specifically, it fits every Biggie Small song he ever wrote, including Party and Bullshit goes like this. I was the terror since the public school era. Bathroom pass, cutting glasses, squeezing asses. Smoking blunts was a daily routine since 13. A chubby homie on the scene. I used to have a tray deuce and the deuce in my bubble goose. I got the Mac in my knapsack, lounging back, smoking sacks up my natural sidekick. My sidekick, rockin' fly kicks, honey wanna chat. All I wanna know is where the party's at, and can I bring my gat? So that's what he was talking about. Big Smalls in the song. He doesn't know where the party's at. He's not good enough friends with the guy to know where he lives. But he wants to know if he can bring a gun to the party. So you're up in Canada, you can appreciate that. He wants to bring a gun to the party. He doesn't even know where the guy lives, whatever. I said hugs to the honey, a pound to the roughneck. See my man Dre that I knew from the project. Said he had beef, he asked me if I had my piece. I sure do, 222s in my shoe. Holler if you hear me, love, I'm in the house. Rolling stone, know what the homie is about. All wet poppin', hope poppin', ain't no stoppin'. Big Papa, I'm a bad boy. Who on the gap? Who got the gap, Biggie? People wanna show who got the gap, Biggie. I ain't one to toast on the East Coast. Overdose, the honey, I can't suppose. Honey, I told you, I put fear in your heart. Fuck up the party before we even start. Pissy drunk, off a Henny and skunk. I'm so brand new, being shit, beating down shunk. Say, I got the gun, I got the bitch going, I'm on. I leave the pawn and say, let's leave con. I'm rolling skins again, rocked up another joint on a Heineken. He go, I smoke out the beat up, get choked out and broke out, and a motherfucking fight broke out. And I tell you, all I want to do is, it's party and bullshit, and party and bullshit, and party and bullshit, and party and bullshit. Is that what you wanted? I think that's what he wanted. I think that's what he wanted.
Yeah, they were vibing to that for sure. Yeah.
Biggie Smalls not knowing where he lives.
Yeah, no, they were vibing to that hard. They liked that. That was fucking excellent. Chat, everybody, one more time. I know you've been doing it the whole time, but give a big round of applause. Lots of hearts. Come on, my man. And I'm gonna spam those links one more time. Oh shit, hang on.
I really appreciate it. I was pleasantly surprised to get to play some music on a Saturday, which you guys know I rarely get to do.
Yes.
My pleasure.
No, and I appreciate you doing it for us on your day off here and making time for us. Like I said, oh man, I'm already stuttering, chat. Listen, it's been an absolute pleasure, Will. Hopefully,
It's been weird, and I've loved every minute of it.
Well, that's what we aim for here. Weird and wonderful. As long as everybody's comfortable and having a good time. We had some laughs. I mean, at least I laughed a lot, and the music was great. We'd love to have you back sometime down the road here. We'll talk behind the scenes, like I said. But honestly, man, great time. It's been great having you. Thank you so much for making the time. Chat, everybody, make sure to spam follow all those links. All right, go, like I said, instead of donating to me tonight, instead of subbing to me, go to hopefulcases.org and give it to somebody in need, please. All right, pay it forward, everybody. Spring cleaning, let's help out.
And if we will say, if you guys know someone who needs help or you need help yourself, please do not hesitate. There's a link on the website. It's hella anonymous, and it's like cool. We're like cool about it. So if you know someone who needs help, please send them their way. If we can't give it out, then it's all for nothing. So we do this just to give it out. So please, if you know someone, send them our way.
You heard it, chat. Please do that. All right. Will, again, like I said, if you have anything else you'd like to say to the chat or to me, again, it's been a pleasure and it's been an honor.
Absolute pleasure. Nothing but a pleasure. What a fun show you have here, and a great community you have here. So it's been nothing but a pleasure on my end.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming. We will talk soon. Like I said, I had a great time. I hope all the best to you here in the future. You said you're going to New York soon, right? You're heading there next month? Back into the city?
Yep. I'll be back in the city the first week of May. So if you live in the city, you'll see me on the 42nd Street Uptown ACE train. I'll be in the subway there doing my thing twice a day. If not, you'll see me, I don't know, hanging around 7-Eleven.
Hell yeah, brother. Honestly, like I said, my heart's out to you. I appreciate the service that you are doing. You know what I mean? There needs to be more people like you in the world. Unfortunately, you're a rare breed and a beautiful breed. No, honestly, man. Honestly, my hat's off to you and everybody in the chat. Please show some love by going over there, following. Go check out the hopefulcases.org website. And just thank you guys so much for tuning in and coming to support this man. Yeah, honestly, thanks again. Big claps, everybody. Thank you so much, Will. We'll talk soon. We'll talk soon, and I wish you all the luck here in the future. And stay safe when you get back onto the streets here next month, all right?
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's Taco Saturday, so I'll be on my way. But what a huge pleasure. Pleasure talking to y'all guys, and you do a great work here, brother.